I'm Paul Davis, and I work with the Albanian Evangelical Mission now for 17, coming up 18 years. The mission is somewhat unusual in that it is a UK-based missionary society which is dedicated to a language and a people group. We are focused upon Albanian people. The interest came about in the 1960s, 1970s, when awareness of Albania as a closed country, as a determinedly atheistic country, when awareness of the difficulties of reaching people in that land with the gospel led to an upturn in people praying. Such was the nature of Albania that any kind of penetration for the gospel was extremely difficult indeed. That's where the interest lies. But that interest has continued because as Albania has changed, as the country has opened up, as the possibility of preaching the gospel there has materialized, we're talking now over the last 30 years really, then we've adapted, and we've tried to adapt to serving and encouraging the work of the kingdom in Albania, amongst Albanian people, a land that previously was almost totally devoid of people who knew anything of the gospel, has now become a place in which there are many Albanian Christians. They're still seeking to reach their fellow Albanians and Albanian language speakers, and we've seen a change therefore from being a country that required somebody to go with the gospel for the first time, and we've moved on to supporting and encouraging Albanian believers in their own desire to reach their own people. I'm often asked, what exactly do we do in Albania? What exactly do we do in Kosovo? And in other contexts that we may have the opportunity to reach out to Albanian-speaking people. We don't have a master plan. Recognizing how the whole thing began at a time when Albania was literally devoid of the gospel, what has developed has been an ethos of seeking to get alongside of those who are working for the kingdom and be the support and encouragement that we can be. It originally was literally almost total ignorance of the gospel, but it now comes down more to a recognition of the difference between the economies of countries like Albania and countries like the UK or the United States. You have people who are existing, finding it very difficult to exist in an economy which is both affected by the after effects of communism, by corruption, and by extreme poverty. And that obviously creates a relationship which can go wrong. It can be a situation in which you create a kind of a dependency. We have to ensure that what takes place between us and our Albanian brethren is really a partnership. We recognize that our brothers and sisters in Albania have things to share with us. There's a life, there is a vitality in Albanian churches. There is a life and a vitality in Albanian Christians, which sadly we seem to lack in the West. There's a lot to be learned, we've discovered, from listening to those who have recently come to an understanding of all that the Lord has done for them.